Well, it's me again, and I wanted to thank some of my viewers and subscribers to the channel. In particular, a, a gentleman by the handle of Killer Cork. He was asking about this book. It's published by the Archeological Society of Ohio, and it's written by Robert Converse. Very good book. And I guess he was telling me that he found it on eBay, I think, and the book was $100. And I suggested to him that he may want to contact the Ohio Archaeological Society, possibly become a member. And I believe you might be able to order this book through them, or 4 times a year they have shows in Columbus, Ohio. It's a huge artifact show. A lot of collectors displaying their finds and their collections. They have um, vendors there that sell wooden frames for displaying artifacts and things of that sort. You can also probably buy actual artifacts from different dealers there, and they have a contest at each one of these shows that they do 4 times a year. And they have a big glass display case, and if you find something exciting, you can enter it into a contest. And they have several different categories. One is flint projectile points, uh, flint knives, um, ground stone axe heads, ground slate items such as pendants and gorgets and banner stones, that sort of thing. And so whoever comes to those shows, they have judges there, and they'll pick individual pieces that were entered into the contest, and you can win usually a ribbon, or sometimes they'll have like the best of the year. The last show that they have, they'll have like best of the year, and they'll give you a little plaque. It has the Ohio Archaeological Society. Let me see. Their plaque will have this symbol on it. It's a nice wooden plaque. I'll have to find mine and show it to you, because I did win. I did win first place, best of the year, for a 3/4 grooved axe that I found in Ohio when I lived there. Um, so I'll have to show that off, and if I can find it. A lot of my stuff is still in storage. So anyhow, I was going to give out a little bit of information to Mr. Killer Cork and any other viewers that are interested in joining some of these archaeological societies. And so where we're going to go, I have this huge stack of um, of Ohio Archaeological Society journals, and they have the volume and number, and then usually the year, and whether it was spring, fall, summer, winter, or whatever. And the journals have some really nice color pictures. Not all of them are color pictures, but this particular episode has a raccoon platform pipe. I believe that would have been Hopewell culture. But yeah, you open these up, and they'll have a color picture. That's a big Clovis right there. And inside, they'll have a description of what it is. But let me see here. Usually, it has information there. This was back in '95, I believe. So that was kind of before the internet. So I don't believe they had like an internet site at that time. I think you just either called a number, or you contacted them by a letter, and you sent in your money for a yearly subscription or membership. And I think this organization, when I was involved in it, it was about 25 or $30 for a for a membership. It's probably gone up since 1995, But as you thumb through here, there's all kinds of different articles. There's some, that's a banner stone type of thing. There's a color picture of that, and it'll describe, they have a title or a title for the article, and they'll discuss sites, different sites and things on here. Lots of good information. These are some shovel pendants, basically like a gorget, and there's a whole article where they're talking about that. The unique glacial came gorgets. But every episode they'll have different articles. This one's titled the Stover Cache, and it's found up in this county up here, northern Ohio. And these are articles that are published by members of the society, and I believe with the Ohio Archeological Society, you can write your own little article and submit black and white pictures of your artifacts, and they will publish them in a lot of cases. Here's a cache of Kentucky blades. These are all different various ground slate artifacts, banner stones, axe heads, gorgets in there, but just a ton of information. And I'm just going to show you a few of the different covers of the book magazines here. So every episode, they'll have color pictures on the cover and in the back. And this one here is a platform pipe. I believe that's a sandhill crane. It kind of looks like a sandhill crane. And, Native Americans made these platform pipes during the Hopewell period. And like I said, it's a very good society to join. You probably just have to look up Ohio Archeological Society on the internet, and probably there'll be a link that you can go to and become a member of them. And like I said, every I think this is put out quarterly. There's winter, fall, spring, summer, and like I said, they have an artifact show up in Columbus, Ohio. It was at the Aladdin Temple Shrine. It's a big conference center venue up there. It'd probably be kind of like here in Michigan for Killer Cork and I. We're both Michiganders, so it would be like going to the Novi Expo Center, and it's just a huge area with 4-foot by 8-foot tables full of collectors, collections and finds, vendors selling frames for displaying artifacts, just a whole, and even dealers probably even selling artifacts. So it's an awesome show to go to, and as you can see, there's a whole number of different things. That might be a copper celt or axe of some sort there, but they got tons and tons of articles in them, and just a great society to join. And they have probably one of the best artifact shows that I've ever been to in the Midwest. So, but every volume or journal for the year, they have different items that they'll picture on there. And as you can see, a lot of beautiful museum grade artifacts. Usually that's what they do. They put only the good stuff out. That's a double lunate banner stone there. That's a beautiful piece. So they do a good job covering that. And I was a member for a number of years, and I kind of got fallen out of being a member. I probably should rejoin, because it'd be interesting to see what the journals and what they discuss, nowadays in the 2000s. But yeah, when I lived in Ohio. I moved from Michigan to Ohio for about 5 years, and had a teaching job down there. And I just kind of continued my artifact collecting hobby down there in Ohio and found a lot of stuff, a lot more stuff there than here up in Michigan. Um, Basically, the rationale for that was probably the weather and the climate was warmer down there, so generally there was a lot more Native Americans living in that area. A volume that they had, that was these beautiful bird stones, um, and those are all ground out of slate, and they're kind of unique. They're from the glacial came culture, um, glacial came Medina culture, and there's another platform pipe. This one looks like it's some sort of a bird of prey, maybe an eagle or an owl perhaps, and I'm guessing that that's probably ceatite. Um, so some of these platform pipes, a lot of them. Let me see if I can find the one that had a couple good ones on there. Let's see here. Probably I'll just go with the first one. This first one here. This is made out of probably out of Ohio pipestone. It's kind of a soft but dense clay. It's basically turned into rock, and it's very carvable. You could carve that with an X-Acto blade or a little piece of flint or whatever. You could carve that. And I'll probably do a video showing. A friend of mine and I went up to Furt Hill, which is in Scioto County, Ohio, and Furt Hill, up at the top of it, you drive up like these logging roads, and it does switchbacks going up to the top, and there's pits up there, and you can kind of dig around, and you can get down to the layer where that pipestone is found. I recall one day we went up there in, I think it's July or August. It had to be like 97 degrees and 120% humidity, sweat our butts off up there, and we had to dig down 4 feet of overburden to get to the layer where the pipestone was, and we actually dug some up. I do have a few pieces of the actual raw pipestone from out of the ground, but it usually comes in kind of a greenish gray color. Some of it is red, has kind of some reds in it. Just depends on the minerals that were absorbed into the clay before it turned into a stone. So anyhow, that's the Ohio Archeological Society. Highly recommend looking them up and seeing about a membership. And like I said, you can probably get this book or some of the other publicated books that they have. Geez, that damn glare. Um, you could probably find the book for sale at one of those shows or through their actual headquarters, and it'd probably be a lot cheaper than $100. $100 seems a pretty high for the book. I mean, I would pursue those other options first before trying to get the book for $100. But unless this book is out of print, but I'm not sure if it would be out of print by now. I mean, it's been out a while. Let's see. Let me see if I can find the copyright date on it. Okay, this was copyrighted in 1994, so it's like 25 plus years old. But yeah, I would look into that and see if you can get that. Now, another archaeological society that I joined, and I need to resubmit to them too, is called the Central States Archaeological Journal. This one is a smaller journal. They do have some color pictures. Let me see if I can find some in here. Generally speaking, they got a lot of good articles in here. But usually in here, here's some more of those Hopewell platform pipes. That's a color picture that they included in there. I think they usually put another one in there somewhere too. Let me see. Okay, yeah, there's some beautiful Pickwick points. Those are probably a southern point from what I recall. But this journal here is also very good because it's got good articles, good black and white pictures in it. But what makes this unique is that this journal is published by, oh, I got my address there. This journal is published by all these different states. There's a number of states here: Illinois, Greater St. Louis, Indiana Archeological Society, Northwest Arkansas, Iowa, um, Georgia, North and South Carolina, Wisconsin, let's see, Kentucky, Tennessee, and ours truly, for us Michiganders, this is the Wolverine State Archaeological Society, and that's our symbol for our society. So yeah, you can join this, and you'll get articles written by collectors from all of these states. Um, I think Ohio just kind of decided to be their own archaeological society because they're pretty good big big site. And interestingly enough, I did publish in this journal 2 or 3 articles. This is an article that I wrote, Ralph Snyder, and this one's titled "A Wonderful Christmas Gift." And this was the 1995 issue or journal. And I think they do like at least 2, if not 4, journals a year. So this is an article that I wrote. Um, Sometime I'll probably try to read this one over to people. But basically, this was a day I went out in '94, and New Year's or Christmas Eve day, and I went out because the weather was warm, and I found one of these Genesee points, and I went out about 3 days later and found this other Genesee point, roughly about 50 feet apart, I think, if I remember correctly from the article. But yeah, I was out there and I found these, and these are 2 Genesee points. They're very similar in the flaking quality and workmanship. So I have to kind of speculate that the individual that made the one made the other one. So anyhow, that's an article that I had written a long time ago. Kind of talks about, I mentioned about the materials. It's Bayport shirt. Like I said, maybe I'll just do a read on it, or maybe if I hold this long enough, you can zoom in and read it yourself. But yeah, and this journal, I think to be a member of it when I was actively a member of it, I think it was like $15 a year, so it was very affordable. But like I said, lots of good little articles in here. These are all articles written by members of one of those multiple societies, archaeological societies, and it's kind of a show and tell. They do their little article and read it and that, and they always put the name of the person on there, and then like this town or city, in whatever state they live in. So here's a guy from Chesterfield, Missouri, and Mount Pleasant, Iowa. So it's like I said, it's a very good art, very good journal to be a member of. And like I said, you'll see and learn all kinds of things. And when I remember whenever you submitted an article to this journal, they always required them in black and white pictures, and you usually always had to put some sort of a scale in the picture, so everybody, all the readers, can get an idea how large these pieces are. Um, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's another good archaeological journal society to join. And like I said, you'll learn a lot, and it's a lot of interesting stories in here. And it's kind of cool to see what folks are finding in different states around in the area. So hope you guys enjoy this one. And like I said, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel. Like I said, I'll be bringing more videos out in the future here soon. So Have a good time and enjoy, and God bless.